Yeah. Yeah.
In his sideboard.
All right, we're back for round 2. Classic matchup here. Blue-White Control versus Titan. Back in the day, it was definitely Titan's match to lose. I think that I feel slightly favored with Blue-White right now, but Isaiah's sideboard sucks for the matchup, so we'll see how it goes.
You're good to go. He has mainboarding 2 Solitude.
Yeah. With the other cuts he made, you'd feel better if he had more of that.
I don't see anything spicy with the Primeval Titan list, but you don't never need to
All
do
right, let's see
spicy.
opening hands here. Isaiah's got lands and spells, which is what you want. Titan player has
Amulet.
a turn 1 amulet, which
With
is
a Cavern of Souls.
Cavern of Souls. So I don't think Isaiah can beat
Is that
this.
a Through the Breach in his hand?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't even see that. Oh, it's right there in front of my face.
Yep.
So he is playing a little something spicy.
Yeah, which the lists that play Through the Breach usually play an Emrakul. Is he not playing an Emrakul?
He is, in fact, playing 1 Emrakul Aeon's Torn.
Yep. This is I like these lists actually. The thing
You like
that
these better than the.
is he playing the Mana Rock? See his one ofs. No, he's not. That's all right.
Okay. Ow! I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I remember. There's a Mana Rock that allows. It's the one that you tap to put a charge counter on it, and then you can remove the counter to.
Oh yeah.
They were playing a one of that at one point when Blood Moon was popular because Blood Moon just shuts down prime time, but it allowed them to, okay, you Blood Moon me, and then I play this and pass, and then untap and just Through the Breach Emrakul.
Isaiah looks like he's about to bottom a Memory Deluge.
It's a good thing to bottom in this matchup.
Yeah,
you don't
think
find
you're casting
a.
that. Well,
All right, let's get off the hand cams here.
that's the start you want.
It's the scariest fucking start. He really needs a prismatic ending turn 1. He does not have it.
Is that more scary than Ragavan on turn 1? Amulet just on the draw. It might be.
Yeah, probably.
What is it? That
It's an opt.
okay?
I just know that he plays with the fucking worst arts for everything. he does. It's like I think he just does it to piss me off at this point.
Probably.
He plays
because he knows he's
going
gonna be on coverage.
Oh yeah. It's
Little tool.
I think the first time he ever cast that, like, I was like, that's the ugliest fucking opt I've ever seen before in my life. And then like,
Get you some classic ops.
he keeps playing it, so obviously it's probably because I said that.
Get you some classic ops, Isaiah. Are we muted?
No, we're good.
Okay.
But I do need to pull up. I should have not had this going tonight.
Oh, the chat.
How many people showed up? We had, I think 13. Wes and I are in the booth, so that makes 15. But we just decided to do coverage and stop playing because we're old men. At least I am.
I was gonna say I'm only 25.
So a little shy of the 20 we needed for full prize payout, but a lot of deck diversity. It's going to be a good day, I think. Not for Isaiah. He's like, I want an amulet.
Ooh.
All right. I might save him a life or two. God damn, you got to feel terrible tapping out on your own.
Well, but
yeah.
you can't let him keep the amulet. And if that's the only answer you have.
Yeah, especially with the Cavern of Souls.
Yeah, that Archmage's Charm is not doing anything besides that. And then he's got another one stuck in his hand for the next amulet that Tom finds.
Yeah, Isaiah's really just hoping he can untap here without further damage to the board.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he draws the prismatic ending.
Yeah. Isaiah's probably sitting pretty comfortable right about now.
I wouldn't be too comfortable. That Cavern of Souls is a problem.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's got all the answers he needs, really, to survive long enough to find a threat.
Well, there are 2 caverns, aren't there?
Yeah. 2 different arts.
Well, he's not countering a Titan.
No. It's not countering a hard cast Titan, but is that the
He's going to draw 2,
He's drawing
which
2.
is the best mode with
and
Archmage's
then he
Charm.
drew another Archmage Charm, and I assume that's another opt.
That's another op.
I hate that. Is
Hideous art. Right?
that a Supreme Verdict?
It is a Supreme Verdict. Would pair really well with a Little Teferi.
It would. Does not appear Isaiah has
Not very
one of
good
those
in this
yet.
matchup without the Little Teferi.
What's that last card? The card all the way to the left in Isaiah's hand.
That is the
That's
verdict.
the Supreme Verdict.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
think if like he were to Titan here, I think the best course of action is to draw 2 and hope to hit Solitude and pitch the verdict to the Solitude,
Does not.
or maybe just one of the endings. Okay, he's gonna
Snap,
get out of this. So
Snap, Arc.
that feels so good when you can snap Archmage Charm and
And
just
draw
just get two free cards, and he's got a little bit of a clock going now.
And he drew a dress down.
Dress Down is really good in this matchup,
There's his Titan answer. Or his
and it actually does
Fight.
pair well with his.
There's the Solitude.
okay. Now he's
Okay.
got it all. So
Yikes.
So he would be able to Dress Down and then untap and Supreme Verdict, but really now that he's got that, he's got the answer to the Titan.
And he's got a clock now, however slow it may be.
Let's see what Tom is working with here. Okay, looks like he's gonna play the Dryad. Oh no,
He has a
no,
prime
he's-
time in
he-
hand.
All right,
I mean, yeah, you have to
So-
go for it.
so we're gonna see the Dress Down now.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you're Isaiah, do you pitch one of these prismatic endings to Solitude, or do you just untap Solitude?
I think he probably knowing Isaiah, he's a really greedy player.
Yeah, that's true.
He probably wants he probably wants the body.
Especially if you're going to be giving Tom 6 life.
Do you have another Archmage's Charm in hand? I assume he's drawing some more cards here or something. Yep.
He does. Is that all of his Archmage's charms? Or is that just 3?
I think that's 3.
Did he just draw it to Fairy? He sure did just draw a little Teferi. Isaiah's got some choices, and none of them
Yeah.
are really bad.
I think that he needs to Solitude this now. And does he have Force Negation?
No, I think that's a charm.
He's gonna get blown out. He's gonna get blown out by Emrakul.
Oh. Yeah, it's an Archmage's charm. Yeah, if Isaiah goes for it, this Emrakul's gonna make him look real dumb.
He's just gonna pass.
That, That's
Well, this actually
that's
isn't
not-
bad because
no.
if he goes to combat, then you can, in response to the combat, do the Solitude thing, and then if he tries to breach, then you
Yeah.
can pitch. So this is the best
There's an
course of
Urza
action.
Saga, so that doesn't
You
do
can bounce
much.
that with Teferi.
Yeah, doesn't do much. Yep. Tom went to combat. Isaiah's. Oh, but Isaiah's paying mana and not exiling a creature. Does Isaiah have a counterspell? If not, this 3 breach is gonna look real good.
Well, he can't play it because he
Oh.
moved to combat.
Those 3 the breach only. Oh, right. Emrakul. Dryad does block pretty well until Isaiah.
Yeah, he
Prismatic
finally got use of his prismatic ending.
Yeah. In for
And
5.
Now we'll see him just hold up the counter spell and
At least that's what he should do. Once he gets done vigorously flicking his cards.
yeah, he's the worst at that.
He wants to play that. He wants to get greedy and play that Teferi. I could just say.
Oh yeah, you know he does.
You could just
In
without
his
seeing his face.
in his mind, he's thinking, "Oh, he's going to do it too."
Oh.
In his mind, you can tell he's thinking that this counterspell is no good anyway because he's got the cavern. But he's about to get owned by Through the Breach.
He might not know that Tom's playing Through the Breach, Shamrock.
Well, to be honestly, this isn't that terrible for Isaiah anyway because he's not going to die to it, and he does have
bounce.
He does have some extra permanence.
Why is he Summoner's Pacting? Does he rather play a Titan than?
Yeah, he might just be afraid of what I.
Does he think Isaiah's repping Force of Negation?
That possibly.
That's the only reason I could think to not
go
for it here.
I get it because this is uncounterable.
But what did Isaiah bounce with his Teferi? I didn't. He prismatic the Dryad. He didn't bounce the Saga.
He bounced the Solitude. It's in his hand.
Oh. Okay.
So he probably felt pretty safe.
Okay.
Which is why we're not seeing him recall.
Okay. Yeah. I was wondering, like, what? Yeah, that would explain it. I don't know too many non-living end decks that are mainboarding Force of Negation in Modern.
Armadildo 23 says my man Wes.
Oh, it's one of my coworkers, Brendan. What's up, Brendan?
Armadildo, huh? 23.
He's a funny guy.
All right. Did we see what lands Tom grabbed there? He's still figuring it out.
Put the dang card in the sleeve. Up and pass.
And he's got the mana up now to counter
Yeah.
and hard cast, so it's pretty good. Floating a mana.
Going and grab an amulet, I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume. I don't know if they really play any other one-offs in this deck. He's got an expedition map, I think. That didn't seem great. No, amulet seems like the play. Steal this one, Isaiah.
He might.
Well, actually, he can't. He can't breach here anyway. With the lands he has in play.
No.
I wonder if Tom will cut the breach.
But if Isaiah doesn't know you're doing it,
Yeah, if
he might not. He hasn't seen any reason.
It just makes all of his counter spells have a target.
But if Isaiah's... there's no way Isaiah cuts any counter spells, I guess.
All right, so he's got red mana now.
Yeah. Yeah, but do you go for it? You need to see Isaiah's list.
I'm looking at it. He's got one more dress down that he can bring in.
Yeah.
It's fucking atrocious.
His sideboard.
Yeah, it's not good.
He took the opposite of the Dustin Holler approach. The make your main deck good so that your sideboard's great.
Yeah.
There's Supreme Verdict.
Didn't get a lot of value off the actual Snapcaster body.
No, especially if you keep giving your opponent 6 life.
Yeah. I assume this is just a pass back. Feels so like when you have little Teferi in play. And
Yeah.
it's so easy to like fetch. You don't have to worry about like, it responds to that fetch.
The
I got
game-
some bullshit.
The game really
Becomes
slows
not fun.
down.
It becomes not fun. Said when we had Zach on last night, he could have little Teferi made where he had the win in hand. He could have.
And Prismatic Ending, the Amulet.
Okay.
Draw 2. Watch Isaiah just deck himself.
It's been known to happen. He didn't even know the Teferi loop. I saw him deck himself one time. I'm like, why didn't you just start tucking Teferi? And he's like, huh? Like, tuck it to itself. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, that's how that deck used to win.
Oh, man. He's got it all except a win condition.
Dressed down. What's that weird art card?
He does have a win condition on the board right now. It's my favorite win condition in Modern right now.
Castle Vantress.
No, the
Or is that Hall of the Storm?
Hall of the Storm Giants.
Oh,
That thing
yeah.
wins games pretty quickly, but you have
Oh,
to
that's
write.
what that funky art is that he's hiding over there on the left.
Yeah, but yeah, it does look like he's hiding a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Nothing
is
to
that
see here.
That's the most covered land in his entire stack there. Okay, Isaiah.
What he really wants right now, though, is you might see him start scrying too now. Okay,
Ooh.
this is something you got to counter.
Yeah.
It's counterable.
You don't need a Gabe Nassif moment here. Your Hall of the Storm Giants. Sneaky sucker.
That's exactly how it was too.
Yeah,
Like, that
I
dude
know.
had like hidden the entire.
Yeah.
He's letting him do it.
Why? Oh, I guess I said.
Oh, he didn't have a counter spell.
Oh,
He drew so many cards with
Yeah.
those Archmage's charm.
you've run out.
He
of
could have
counter-
just been
Is Isaiah
scrying.
playing actual counterspell? Because we haven't seen one. Surely he is, right?
I think that he's been.
Oh, he has 4 counterspells, but we haven't. Isaiah hasn't drawn a single one.
No, there's one in the graveyard.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's one in the graveyard.
Okay.
Right there.
Ooh, that's big.
Yeah, this was. So what we saw here, like,
You're never out of the woods against Amulet.
yeah, and I also feel like if nothing else, he should have played the dress down.
Well, he could still respond to the cast of this, can't he?
This isn't. I think it's just put it on the battlefield, isn't it?
Oh, right.
So.
Now he trusts. Oh, yeah. Its power and toughness are equal to your land, so when you cast Dress Down, it just
Yep.
dies to state-based actions.
Seems all right.
Yeah. 2 mana, kill your
Yeah.
8/8.
So he needs to scry too, because I think what he really needs right now is the other Teferi.
Yeah, Big Teferi would probably put this out of reach. Looks like he's doing just that.
I want to see them cards.
No, he's bottoming both of them, so
All right.
must not be what he wants.
Let's get a look at the draw here. It's a counter spell.
No. I mean,
It's not
him and his
terrible.
funky arts.
He does have a lot of that, yeah. Or I feel like we're almost getting to the point where he might actually just kind of be able to run Tom basically out of threats.
I mean, how many threats does Tom have left? Because he's still got Emrakul through the breach in his hand, but
Yeah.
at what point in your Isaiah you just start wondering what does he have in his hand?
Actually, the thing that could get weird here is how far is he from being able to, like, could he get to a point where he can just cast the Emrakul? Because that would actually.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's 4 mana away.
Yeah. Couple bounce lands.
Yeah, and you definitely want to bounce one of your Cavern of Souls and name Eldrazi.
Yeah. And just with, well, it's not counterable
Oh,
anyway. Yeah, but
I guess that's the reason you played that Emrakul
yeah.
versus Kozilek then from an earlier
Well,
off-camera question.
In this deck, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, with people that play it just for mill,
Isaiah topped 1. I didn't catch what it was.
I feel like it has to be Big Teferi. I don't
It
know
might
what
have
else.
been a Memory Deluge.
Okay. That's basically the same thing.
Isaiah is Snap, Archmage is Charming.
That feels good every time. Okay, he's got
Yeah,
his
it's Memory
cake
Deluge.
and he can eat it. So he's got Memory Deluge and Big Teferi off those draws.
Bullet. That's not gross at all.
Think we're gonna see Little Teferi bounce a Snapcaster? No,
No?
I would have.
I think Isaiah's just thinking, all right, play Big Teferi. He's not thinking about too much else. Yep. Tick up.
Yeah, he just got it all now.
Oh my gosh. He's got Solitude, another Little Teferi, Counterspell. I don't know how Tom gets out of this. And a Supreme Verdict. Oh my goodness. Maybe that's why he's not bouncing his Snapcaster Mage, just because he wants to be able to cast all else.
Yeah.
Fail safe. Supreme Verdict.
Yeah, he can always do that next turn too. He's got plenty of cards right now.
Pair of Arboreal.
Is this a concession?
Pair of Arboreal Bracers. No. He's just casting them.
Okay.
I guess he wants
that's a
to
thing
buy
you're
time
allowed to do.
against the Snapcaster Mage.
See, if he would have bounced his Snapcaster Mage on his turn, then he could just Wrath those right now. Just get him out of the way.
I mean, he can do that on this turn if he feels so inclined.
He could also. He could.
Is that a Fire Ice?
There's a Fire Ice.
God
Oh,
damn it.
Shit.
That's 2 nights in a row. God damn it. I need to not put
Do we have any paper towels back here?
Yeah, from last night. I did the exact same thing. I literally did the exact same thing.
Half a
last night.
Truly's all it takes for you to get sloppy anymore, huh, Dustin?
It's just I put it right next to my fucking hands. And last night it was a beer that I really covet, and it was completely full, and I just tipped it.
What beer was it?
Juice
Oh.
by you have Saturdays off a lot?
It depends.
Next time you have one off. It's Dot and Line Brewery in Fort Wayne.
Okay.
They're amazing, and they have a badass food truck out on
Oh.
Saturdays.
Yeah.
So we might have to get a Saturday trip up there.
Yeah, Fort Wayne. I'd be down for that.
All right, back to Magic.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I think that, like, we're just done with this.
Yeah. At what point are we just letting Isaiah just have
Yeah.
too much ego here?
And you say at what point, and to me the answer is
We're past it.
This point. The point where you have 3 planeswalkers.
Yeah, and they're all ticking up.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Tom's not technically dead, but good God, just let it end. I don't
Yeah.
see a way out of this.
It's not technically dead.
Even Emrakul doesn't even save you anymore, which is a ridiculous statement.
He could basically ignore it. You know? Like,
Yeah, he can sacrifice 6 permanents real easy,
Yeah.
starting with his opponent's amulet.
Yeah. I mean, you can start pooping out tokens with the Planeswalker here. And yeah, it's
It's not a 4/3 Snapcaster Mage. Ooh.
it does attack through the monkey.
I guess Tom's thinking, oh, maybe Isaiah was going to duck himself, but if Isaiah remembers to duck his own Teferi, that won't happen. If.
This is the bad monkey, though.
Yeah.
I once heard Jim Davis describe it as Mox Diamond that can block.
Not sure how I feel about that statement.
I mean, it's not far off. It's not free is the only difference.
Jim
but-
Davis competing at Worlds this year. For the first time, I think.
Yeah. I don't know that he'll do well.
Well,
Do they have to play limited? He's a horrible limited player.
it's still a big achievement to make Worlds. That's what.
No, it's. I mean, I'm not
How
trying
many
to discount
players
his.
is that?
I'm just
30?
saying he's gonna have a hard time doing well because he sucks at limited.
I don't know if there is limited. I haven't paid attention to the format. I just remember seeing that he made it, which is a big deal.
I think usually it's like a combination of drafts and a constructed format.
Oh, 5-4 Snapcaster Mage.
And honestly, that is correct too. I mean, if you're gonna like basically say that you're one of the best, or the best player, then like you should be well versed at everything. See, this is where I like my old pal.
Isaiah's firing for damage.
Yeah, Jace the Mind Sculptor, because when you can just like minus the Big Teferi and then brainstorm with Jace, like that's really where you want to be. That would end the game.
Give it up already. You're dead.
He
You've
is
been
showing
dead.
he is showing a little bit of that like Reed Duke mindset here.
I just won't concede.
Yeah.
I understand the point of never conceding because you're technically giving up some percentage points, but you are also giving up percentage points of your mental, your brain's getting taxed of this bad board state. It's just gonna wear on you.
I know I've been in Isaiah's seat many times with stuff like this where you're like, you don't mind that he's not conceding because first off, this is the only time you get to have fun with your deck. And second, the longer this goes, the closer you get to a 1-0 victory.
Yeah.
Because it gets harder for Tom to complete a second game.
Well, we're definitely not getting any bonus coverage of a different match
Oh,
this
no.
round.
And I was excited as soon as I saw I'm like, well, I know at least this one will use the clock. We won't have 27 minutes left.
Yeah, considering we're down to 22 or almost 23 minutes and they're still technically in game one.
Yeah. I mean, it is wrapping up. I mean, Wes is going to win with damage probably on his turn.
Isaiah, yeah.
Wes. You're right there.
I'm sitting across from you. I'm not out there.
Okay. Yeah, like you would be playing blue-white control.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine me playing a control deck?
But yeah, Isaiah is going to untap and fire up this Hall of Storm Giants and probably just end this.
I don't know
Going
if
for
I've
through the
ever-
breach. Oh, man, you had to show it to him.
I wouldn't have even, at this point, would you even show it?
All right.
No, okay.
The sad thing is that just wouldn't have been good. Like, it wouldn't have been good. He probably would have had to have attacked the Big Teferi, honestly.
That's a messed up statement. So John prefers this stool to that chair, or does this chair just not fit well in this space?
He prefers it. You can
Okay.
switch if you
Yeah,
want.
because John may be a stool guy because he, tattoos.
He does it all day.
But
I was on these chairs at first, but I like it because it engages my core.
I already worked out today, so I'm good with that.
Oh yeah, missing the sideboarding here. Sorry, folks. Doing a chair swap and
Yeah, we're professionals around here.
see, this is how you spill beverages. What I'm doing right now, where I'm like reaching.
Where you're
around.
reaching around the beverage for
Maybe it's just not the best placement of said beverage. Yeah, this is where Isaiah looks at his sideboard and like, well, God, my cards are bad.
well.
You know what? I'm bringing in that whole breaker horror. If I was bad enough to put it in my sideboard,
He's bringing dress down one of the.
It bounces lands, right? Or is it
I-
non-lands?
I can honestly tell you, I don't think I've ever cast a Hull Breaker Horror.
it's a sweet card, dude. I had it in my league deck. It was disgusting. I don't think it bounces land, so I think it bounces non-land permanents. and
Isaiah is
spells.
cutting Little Teferi and the White Planeswalker, whatever her name is.
Really?
That's what he did, it looks like.
Well, he doesn't have good cards to bring in.
He must think otherwise.
All right.
Can't be countered. Oh, that thing.
Yeah, it gets around the
Target spell you don't. Oh, so that counters Titan without countering Titan.
Yep.
Okay.
just by casting, just by opting.
Hmm.
It's a sweet card.
Yeah, it seems gross.
Yeah, I mean,
If
like
Isaiah
these
ever gets
games
to
go
cast it.
long. I actually don't hate it, and I'm sure Isaiah hates it because why would he bring in the one card in his sideboard that might have a chance to do something? But he's probably bringing in the dress down.
He definitely brought the.
He's
dress down.
like, what is he bring? Like, that's a lot of cards, right?
Cutting Teferis. No, he putting the Teferis back in. What was he? Why did he pull the Teferis to the side? What was he doing? Dampening spheres. Yeah.
Oh, it makes the mana tap for less.
Yeah, it makes the
Man,
balanced
three-
lands only tap for one.
3.
Yeah, I'm not. That might be a little.
You know what I
cute.
think? I think Damping Sphere is a shit Magic card, and I feel like he's gonna draw all 3 of those copies, and it's probably he might actually lose at some point to his own Damping Sphere.
Well, if he does do that, at least we get to laugh at him.
Yeah, we will. We will. It'll happen. I'm calling it now. Isaiah will lose to his own Damping Sphere.
Or at least drawing too many of them.
He'll have an option like Tom won't have the Cavern, and he'll have Snapcaster with Counterspell in his graveyard, but it'll be cutting him off because of
Oh.
4 mana up.
Oh, that's that's a bit of a nombo. The old Snapcaster Mage plus Dampening Sphere.
I said it half jokingly earlier that he just put those in his deck because he lost a storm last night, but I think it's.
Oh, you were 100% on. That was
yeah. He's like, I lost to Zach. I need to put these in my deck so that doesn't happen again.
Hey, in case I had to play, because the past 2 times I played Landon on camera, he smashed me. I put 4 shattering, or I put 4 smash to smithereens on my sideboard in case I had to play today. I'm like, I'm not losing to frickin' Chalice of the Void today.
I couldn't imagine playing Blue White Control with only 2 dress down. Honestly, that's just.
Yeah, he's playing 2 main, 1 side. Yeah.
All right. Tom also mulliganing. He had Tireless Tracker in his opening hand. I haven't seen that one in a while. It's been a long time since I've seen the old Tireless Tracker.
I do like a Tireless Tracker though.
Yeah, John hates that card.
Really?
No, he
It's a human.
he doesn't. I need to quantify. Like he doesn't hate it. He there's like a thing where like people played against him and they beat him, but like every time he casts it, it just doesn't do shit.
Oh.
And so like it's just
Yeah.
it's a frustrating card to him because it's not good for him. It's just good for his opponents. I think we all have those cards.
Yeah. Mine is every card that says counter target spell.
Yeah, well, mine isn't like mine's actually a deck like Spirits. I can never beat that deck, and I tried playing it, and I played it like shit. Like I'm like, how do they ever beat anybody with this shit?
I think you used to be like that with Etron.
With Etron?
Yeah, I remember
I could win with Etron. My problem with Etron is I didn't like when I watched John Parker play Etron. It's like a masterful thing. Like I see it, and I'm just like, that's how it's supposed to be played. And
Oh, Isaiah drew a dampening sphere. Is he gonna bottom it?
Oh my
Oh, he's
God.
bottoming Big Teferi.
All right. I mean, what does that buy you? A turn or 2? I mean, I guess it does do some things. It makes there's a situation where you could actually kill him with it.
Zeus through the breach. Through the breach is going to the bottom.
Yeah, because because Tom has the
Does he only
the
have
pact.
1 land? Does Tom only have 1 land?
He has an
Crumbling whatever.
Yeah. So that actually gives him 3 mana this turn.
Well, yeah, because he drew 1. Him drawing that one.
The Crumbling would have he still would have had 3 with
Oh,
Crumbling.
yeah. So do you play as Zeusa here, or do you play Tireless Tracker?
I would play Azusa.
Nifty little combo.
Yeah, because then he can
Yeah.
kind of play.
Now
both.
he can play his
Tireless Striker.
duel his bounce land, bounce the Crumbling
The
Vestige.
problem
to
is
hand.
he's kind of going all in.
I don't think Isaiah has a. Yeah. Wow.
So
I don't know if I wouldn't have bounced the Crumbling Vestige instead of rebouncing.
So seriously, what could happen is he could get in a
Oh,
situation.
there's the dampening sphere.
Oh, okay, now if Isaiah didn't show it to him, he could have gotten a spot where he could have killed him with Pact.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Oh, God, that would have been gross. We wouldn't have heard the end of that from Isaiah. I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Just so I
Instead,
didn't
he's just
hear
going to make
Isaiah
a
talk
million
about
fucking.
Yeah.
He's
You're gonna make a million colorless mana.
Tireless Tracker is going to look real good here.
Yeah, he's gonna make a million colorless mana. Question is, can Tom win this game within the next 14 minutes?
That is a good and maybe that's what Isaiah is thinking. Maybe the Damping Sphere just makes this game slow enough.
That he just wins a nice 1-0.
Yeah, but he needs some
We
pieces.
should probably update that.
Oh yeah, good call. That is the thing you'll find that I'm the worst at. So
Yeah.
anytime you want to remind me of that, and also it's round 2.
Yeah. Oh, oops. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, we're terrible. But to be fair, we're poorly paid. I got a consider promo for doing this today, and it's not even foil. What the fuck?
Well, at least this way, it won't turn into a potato chip.
It won't turn into it. What does that even mean?
It won't curl in half.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
I don't know if they still have that foiling problem, but
Probably.
Wizards is somewhat notorious at this point. A lot of he's going to make a lot of clues.
Yeah, and it's like, at some point, it's like, yeah, it's trying to slow down the game. Well, can't you just win with his board, right? Like Isaiah didn't draw an answer soon. He's just going to lose to this.
Azusa getting in the red zone, that's not something you see too often.
All right, another land drops what he needs. He needs
Got an island and a flood stream. He's got to dress down.
not sure what the second card from the right is.
You put the Tireless Striker gets a counter every time you
Sack a clue.
Yeah, which he just did. He hasn't. Oh, there he goes.
Isaiah's gonna remind him of
Yeah.
that, I think.
I wouldn't have.
Oh, I know you would. But you also like stream snipe people and like
Hey, whoa,
unapologetically.
Whoa. Now I'm just being thrown under the bus. here.
unapologetically.
I'll
He's
have
like,
you
you're like, it's
know.
within the rules. I'm allowed to
I'll
do
have
it.
you know I played Aspiring Spike this week with your blue black deck, or with when I was playing. No, I was playing Prowess, and I did not stream snipe him.
Yeah. Did
Because
you
I
beat
know
him?
it didn't matter. No, because I know it didn't matter what he had.
He's a pretty good player.
He is a very good player. What was he playing?
Like I think that
He was playing Murktide, I think.
he gets a lot of recognition for his building skills, which I mean, sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's also a good player.
I think he actually built a deck that you were playing with. I think he was the original one to do that, or he stole it from somebody else. There's
And made it popular.
yeah. There's another guy named Control Freak something or other that has a very similar list before him, but
I think Control Freak's Brad Nelson.
no, it
it's
isn't.
not.
It's some dude from Texas. It's just
No.
some rando. Wow.
Isaiah's scooping him up.
Can they?
Oh,
can
boy.
either one of them win a game in 11 minutes?
Amulet definitely can. Amulet can definitely win in 10
Yeah.
minutes. Isaiah, on the other hand,
I think he lost to his damping sphere.
let's go with it.
Yeah,
What if that was a counterspell, Isaiah?
What if it was something good?
Yeah. No, I guess now we get to adjust it to 1-1.
Yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
Oh, are we going to get that draw that's going to throw all the pairings for a loop?
Hopefully.
It's possible.
We don't know what else is going on out there. There might be multiple. It's always good. 3 or
There
4.
are a couple control decks running around the room.
Are there?
I mean, I assume what you're counting Paul doing that, right?
I don't even remember what he was doing.
He was playing the control deck without counter spells.
Yeah, that didn't seem like a control deck.
I agree.
And it was more of a Stoneforge deck, right?
If I can find it. What is Tommy playing?
Tommy's playing Yawgmoth.
There's 2 of those in the room.
Yeah. It's a good deck. If I played today, I would.
I mean, I don't. He's playing 4 path, 4 prismatic, 2 spell pierce. I guess it's.
Oh, that's a counterspell.
Spell versus a
Yeah.
counterspell. He's not playing actual factual counterspell.
No.
I didn't get a look at the hands here. Let's see if we can get a glance real quick.
Is him? That's the start you want. So he's probably gonna have to pick that back up with one of his tap lands.
Did he concede too early in the last game?
Isaiah,
Yeah.
for time considerations, probably, but where they're sitting, there's no view of a time clock.
I feel like if he would continue to play, like he had one more turn to maybe draw himself out of it.
Oh, you're thinking of,
But like,
I don't
but
know.
by conceding when he did, he
He gave Tom a chance to
actually win. Whereas, like, I feel like,
a draw would have been much preferable.
yeah. Well, I think that if Isaiah continues on that game, I feel like it's much more likely that he can't lose.
Yes.
He might not be able to win, but he can't lose.
Yes, I agree. But there is no clock, or there's no where the feature table is. There's no view of a clock,
Yeah.
or not a.
Maybe that's
Timer.
something we need to look at.
Yeah. I mean, you could look at the clock that's up front, like the actual clock, and just say, okay, we started the match at this time. In 50 minutes, it'll be this time. But what is that?
Smoking Gull from Half Acre.
Smoking Gull.
I'm not gonna knock this one over. I promise myself.
You're gonna put it somewhere special.
Oh god, that smells amazing.
Plays tap or plays bounce land, floats mana, turns it to hand, plays Arboreal Grazer. Okay.
Oh, that's the.
Yeah, that's the double or not the double. What is
It's
that?
either the haste one or the double
I
strike
think
one. I
it's the
get
haste one.
confused.
I think it's the haste one. I think the completely colorless land is the double strike one. Oh, did he make a robot? He sure did.
Of course, Isaiah playing not enough dress downs has one of his 2 fucking copies in hand. The lucky little bastard.
Oh, he's got 3 in his main board now.
He has 3. Oh, okay. I thought he was only playing
He's
2
got
total.
2 in his main and
Oh,
1 in
only-
his sideboard.
Oh, okay, that's not as bad as I thought. I like the full play set. For
yeah.
this matchup, especially.
Yeah.
But, really anything that's playing Urza Saga.
Well, yeah, you've got Urza Saga and Titan and every other creature in that deck has important key text besides their power and toughness. So question is, can Isaiah win in the next 6 minutes? I don't know. That's an ask. I guess 6 minutes and 5 turns, or however many he gets. Floats 4 mana, returns land to hand, then casts Summoner's Pact. This is a potentially dangerous situation. Oh, and plus he has the 1 floated mana off of the. Yep, and that gets counterspelled. Is Tom dead to his own Summoner's Pact now?
I think so.
I don't know why he felt the need to go for it there.
Well, no, I mean he's not dead to it because it was countered. But
No, he countered the Titan.
oh, he countered the Titan.
Yeah,
Oh,
because he had the one floating off of his Urza Saga, and then he floated 4. How are you not dead? Yeah, he
yep,
is.
that's
He's dead
it.
to his own-
Wow, lost to the
Lost to your own.
yeah.
Yeah.
Takes me back to the old days where you would
You could forget it.
end of turn cryptic command one of their lands back to their
Oh,
hand to that was one of the only ways you could win, honestly.
And back in the day, you were allowed to forget it. Now, with the
Yeah,
rules,
just-
you can't forget it.
I think Tom was probably a little mindful of the clock and
Yeah,
just
but a draw is
trying
better
to
than risking it there, I think. But
like you got a little too aggressive there. And
I guess we'll
paid
get to
the
see how
price.
Isaiah sideboarded.
Right. Well, I have a feeling that everyone else is pretty much done,
Yeah, probably.
so we should probably go take a look.
Yeah. We'll be back,
We'll be
folks,
right
probably
back.
pretty shortly.
Yeah.